Today, we're exploring the life of a true legend, a man who brought African rhythms to the global stage, blending activism and artistry in a way the world had never seen before. Meet Hugh Masekela, South Africa's trumpet king, whose music became the soundtrack to a revolution. Hugh Masekela was born on April 4th, 1939, in the small South African town of Witbank. Growing up under apartheid, he witnessed firsthand the struggles and injustices of the time. But it was the music of the 1950s that gave him a voice that would soon roar across continents. One person who saw Masekela's potential was Father Trevor Huddleston, an anti-apartheid activist who gifted young Hugh his very first trumpet. The moment Masekela blew that first note, he was hooked. He joined the Huddleston Jazz Band, one of South Africa's first youth orchestras, and his love for music was set in motion. Playing with the Huddleston Jazz Band was just the beginning. Masekela was inspired by jazz legends like Miles Davis and Louis Armstrong, who blended social commentary with powerful melodies. But the realities of apartheid were closing in, and in 1960, after the Sharpeville massacre, Masekela made the tough decision to leave his home country. Landing in New York City, Masekela pursued formal music education at the Manhattan School of Music. But his journey didn't stop at learning. He was connecting with the biggest names in jazz, including Dizzy Gillespie and Miles Davis. In 1968, Masekela released a song that would bring African rhythms into American pop culture, Grazing in the Grass. This lively instrumental became an instant hit, reaching the top of the Billboard Hot 100. Masekela was now a household name, and African jazz was finding its place on the world stage. Masekela's music wasn't just about catchy rhythms. It was a call for justice. As apartheid's brutal grip tightened on South Africa, he used his songs to expose its horrors. With powerful songs like Soweto Blues, written by his then-wife, the legendary Miriam Makeba, Masekela's music highlighted the suffering, resistance, and resilience of the South African people. Masekela's music became a rallying cry for those fighting apartheid. His collaboration with Makeba strengthened their combined activism, and together they traveled the world, raising awareness about the plight of their homeland. He wasn't just making music, he was challenging governments and inspiring people globally to stand up for South Africa. In 1990, after Nelson Mandela's release, South Africa finally began to dismantle apartheid. Masekela returned home in 1991, not just as a musician, but as a national hero. He celebrated his homecoming with new music and continued to advocate for social change. Back in South Africa, Masekela launched the Hugh Masekela Heritage Foundation to support young musicians and preserve African heritage. Through this foundation, he ensured his legacy would live on, empowering future generations to find their voices. His foundation worked to uplift South African culture and keep traditional music alive, a testament to his passion for not just creating music, but preserving it for the future. Over his 6-decade career, Masekela's music blended jazz, Afrobeat, and pop, creating a sound uniquely his own. His influence reached far beyond South Africa, with collaborations with stars like Paul Simon and Fela Kuti. Masekela was celebrated as a pioneer, a musician who crossed boundaries and united people through the power of music. In the 1980s, Masekela joined Paul Simon on the Graceland tour, further spotlighting South African music on the global stage. Collaborating with Fela Kuti in West Africa also brought African music into an even broader spotlight. When Masekela passed away in 2018, the world lost a legend, but his music and spirit remain with us. His life was a testament to the power of art as a tool for social change, a reminder that music can both heal and ignite movements. Hugh Masekela wasn't just a musician, he was the voice of a people, a nation, and a continent. Hugh Masekela's legacy lives on in every note of his music and in the hearts of those he inspired. His songs remind us of the strength to stand up for freedom, the power of resilience, and the joy of cultural pride. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos about cultural icons. If you enjoyed learning about Hugh Masekela's incredible impact, we think you'll love our previous video on another South African icon, Brenda Fassie. Known as the Madonna of the Townships, Brenda was a force in her own right, breaking boundaries in pop and revolutionizing African music with her powerful voice and fearless spirit. Click here to watch her story and discover how she, too, became a symbol of resilience and pride. New videos will be uploaded weekly, exploring the stories of various South African icons who shaped our culture and inspired the world. And we'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see featured next. Your suggestions could help us decide our next video. This channel was created to celebrate the legends who've shaped South African culture and history, bringing their stories to light for new generations and fans around the world. From iconic musicians to groundbreaking artists, our goal is to honor the voices that continue to inspire pride, resilience, and cultural unity. Together, let's keep these legacies alive and share them far and wide.
This is the